Hey Android fans, this is Eric from hollywoodfrodo.com with another Android app review. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the home launcher app Next Launcher. Right before I get to that, I just want to remind you that this review is sponsored in part by andytags.com, which is a great place to get really cool Android themed NFC stickers, NFC keychains, or just to find out what in the world NFC is all about. And it's probably on your phone. So you want to find out what it is and how you can use it. So head over to andytags.com after the review and check that out. So Next Launcher, which is by the same makers as Go Launcher, which I reviewed before. But Next Launcher is pretty amazing. I was happy with Go Launcher and was only using Next Launcher to check it out so that I could do a review. But once I started using it and putting it all together, I was pretty amazed and impressed at how cool this app is. So I'm not going to go back to Go Launcher. I'm going to stick to Next Launcher from now on. In some ways, you get two launchers in one for Next Launcher, because Next Launcher has two versions built into it. It has 2D or 3D. And they really operate as completely independent, separate launchers. But both work great. I prefer the 2D version because of some of the features it has. But either one is excellent, and you have both when you get Next Launcher. So let's hop on my phone. I'm going to show you all the cool things that you can do with Next Launcher, all the cool options and capabilities that come built into it that really make it blow all the other launchers on the market away. Welcome to my home screen. You are seeing Next Launcher in action right now. And this app has so many things that it can do that there's no way I can cover them all. This is probably going to be a pretty long review just trying to cover the basic things. But as I transition through, you'll see one thing I love about this app is the grid is sort of flexible. So you see on my home screen, I've got down here, I've got 2 rows of 5 each, and then widgets at the top. On this screen, I grouped things together differently. I've got sort of a circle of widgets here, 4 widgets together here, I mean 4, not widgets, but 4 apps. A square of apps here, a square of apps here. On this screen, I have a little bit more of a checker pattern. At the bottom, I have a checkered pattern of 5. Then I have a single row of 4, and then more of a checkered pattern, because I wanted these 4 to stand out. And then here, I have a, this is sort of for stuff I use either in the car or when I'm out and about on the go. So I have my Google Music widget and my MyLog widget. Then I have a row of apps. And then I have a kind of back and forth list, not list, but row of semi-checkered row. You can see they kind of overlap a little bit of music and audio news apps. And then down here I have some apps related to things I might want to access when I'm out and about, such as Yelp or Scout finding things or AAA. Then of course I do have my home row down here, and you can see kind of a cool little transition when I scroll my home dock. These neon icons are icons that I have through an app called The Icon Ultimate, which I reviewed. But as you can see, all my apps are framed in this cool silver frame. That's done through Next Launcher. It does that itself, and you can apply different frames. You can also apply different effects. So like when I tap this, you saw that little quick flash. That's just one effect. There are different effects that you can have for that. Another thing that's really cool that it does is you can, your dock row, you can assign quick launches to swiping up from those. So for example, if I tap on the phone, that would take you to my phone. But if I quick swipe up from that, then it takes you to my contacts. this takes you to my text messaging. But if I quick swipe up from that, it takes you into Facebook Messenger. So, and anything that's on your dock row can have that shortcut, which is kind of cool. Another thing, you might have seen this little thing over here. If I tap that, it pops out other options. You can mix themes rather than having a single theme, and you can choose your icon effects. Different things you can do over here. I'll show you a little bit more about that later. You can also just move that up and down as a way to go between your home screens as well, besides swiping. So that's another cool thing you can do. If I go up slowly from here, then it pulls up my home screen so that I can check it out and see the different home screens, and go to add another home screen if I want to. Let's go ahead and show you some of the options here. Actually, first, let me show you what happens when you long press on an icon. So I'm going to long press on this, and that little thing shoots out. You can change that as well. If you press this button, it takes you in to where you can choose either one of the icons from Next, or you can tap this and pick any icon that you want. Doing that again. Pressing this button allows you to move your icons. If you want your icons to be on an angle, you can make them at different angles. So you can do that. Show you another one. That straightens it out. That gives you sort of a grid guide so you can kind of see what it's in line with. And then if you hit this, it gives you more options. Options to delete it, options to get information about it, that particular app. So lots of different things just doing that. If you long press anywhere on your screen, you get the option to add stuff. If you click the add button, you can add an application. If you click folder, you can add a folder and choose the apps you want in that folder. If you select next shortcut, those are specific shortcuts that are from Next. And you see those here. Some of those are the same ones that were in the little side next button. So cool different things there. If you select the regular shortcut button, that just brings up the list of Android shortcuts that you have on your phone, built in to different apps that you have on your phone. And then you can click widget, and then you can go system widget, next widget, or go widgets. Click wallpaper, you can go different wallpapers, and you can click personality, and you can go to theme, go locker, or icon editor. So lots of different things you can do there. I'm going to go back into this and show you one of the cool things that comes just with Next is a custom gesture. So if I hit custom gesture, and I can draw a pattern to do something. So for example, if I do this, that will call my mom and dad. We're going to end that call really fast because I don't want to call them right now. And you can just access that from anywhere in your home screen by tapping over there. And if you wanted to add a new gesture, then you could just add plus, and you draw a gesture, and then you choose the response, and you can have it launch an app, you can have it launch a shortcut, you can have it direct call somebody or text. So really cool extra thing. Clean up memory is to clean up the RAM. You have icon editor, icon effects and transition effects. So many different cool things. Let's go to icon effects right now, and you'll see the different effects you have. So right now, when I tap it, it does that one. But there are other options. You can do that, and then you saw right now when you long press on it how the little options come out. That's this option. But you can have it do different things. You can have it shoot out. You can have it shoot out like a gun. So very, very cool that you have the option to set even something as simple as that. up in here. You can go to transition, and this will take you into your screen transition, the different kind of transitions you can have on your screen. There's, as you can see, a lot of different options that you can have in here, and you know, there's so many different ones. It's kind of crazy. Let's go with that one for now. And so now when I go, it has a different transition, different flip, which is kind of a cool effect. If you press the menu button, it pops up your options here. Again, you can add shortcut or application. You can go to widgets, wallpaper, theme, messages if there's any messages from the developers. Settings are your regular Android settings, but preferences are what take you into your next preferences. I'm going to show you switch to 3D scene mode in a minute, and this is the part that basically makes this two launchers in one, because the 3D scene mode is like an entirely different launcher. So I'll show you that in a minute, but real quick, let's run through the general settings. These are your performance, high quality graphics option, HD icon, home screen transition effects, reflection effects, system persistent to try to keep it in your memory, auto cleanup, idle memory to improve launcher performance, blur wallpaper, screen settings. You can select the orientation, the screen rotation rule, so what happens when you go from portrait to landscape, wallpaper, wallpaper cut model, next key, which is that little key that goes up and down, hide status bar. If you don't want the status bar, you can hide that, hide icon labels, which I do because I don't like them on my home screen. Wallpaper dynamic effect, screen scroll circularly, meaning when you get to the last screen, you can still keep scrolling, it just goes back to the first. You can change the transition speed. Do you want an icon reference line when you're adding icons? Home screen reference grid, custom reference grid size. I chose auto adjust, so the grid auto adjusts depending on what I'm doing on the screen, which is really cool. Icon auto alignment, you can have that if you want. Icon editor, so you can change, this is where you can change the look of the icons. You can see what I have chosen there, but I could choose that. You can choose whatever you want as a different look. You know, different ones will give it sort of a different appeal, different visual. Let's use this silver one because that one's very different, so we'll use that. And then icon cover, you can choose what kind of cover you want over the icon. Let's go with that one. And then you can choose sort of the angle. If you want the icon to be at a different angle inside of that, you can choose that. And you can choose the size, how big or how small you want the icons to be. And so I'm going to click that, and you'll see now it's going to go back to my home screen. It's going to have to reload everything. So there you go. That gives my home screen a whole different look now, with all the icons tilted and with that different kind of background. So let's go back into preferences so we can see more stuff. Let's see, auto close folder, if you want a folder to close. Let's go into dock settings. This is for the dock, how many rows, loop mode, which just lets you go around. You can hide the dock and just bring it up when you want it. You can have the dock's background be there or not. I don't have a dock background. And you can choose to go to the home screen as well as the home dock row at the same time. App drawer settings, you have a lot of different settings for your app drawer, the background, the grid size, wallpaper, the action bar, scroll orientation, all these different things. Effects settings, so you've got all these different effects that you can have with your home screen. Very cool options. The app drawer, how you want it to look, and then other effects, things you want to do when you open a folder. Very cool options that you have there. You can see the dock transition. I have the rolling effect right now as opposed to the default effect. I think that's pretty cool. And then gesture settings, you can have different gestures such as glide up. So when I slide my finger up just in the middle of the screen, it opens my app drawer. If I glide down, it drops down the notification bar. And you can have double finger glide up. You can have you can assign specific things to the back button. So when you're already on your home screen, you can have the back button do something else, which is pretty cool. And you can also have gestures inside your app drawer. And then advanced settings, you can have different notification, lock screen edit, high quality graphics, HD icon, system persistent. We did see that when we went into the other setting from the next button. And then you can back up and restore. So that's really cool. I do want to show you real quick. I do have a folder, so I want to show you what a folder looks like. I gotta get to it real quick. So I want to show you how you create a folder. Long press, choose folder, give it a name, and then you go through and you select the apps you want to be in that folder. So I'm just going to select some random apps to be in that folder, and then I'm going to click OK. And so there's the folder right there. It looks like a little clear folder, and I'm going to tap it. And you see how it dropped to the bottom and then shot out. That was the transition that we had chosen for that. So that's kind of cool. When you want to delete something, you long press it and then just drag it up here, and it gets sucked up into oblivion by that. Just to show you the app drawer. This is the app drawer. You can assign different effects to the app drawer. You still have access to this button on the app drawer. If you hit the little settings buttons there, you can select different things like how you want to sort your apps. The little I button, you can hide apps from your app drawer, which is cool, just built into Next Launcher. You can have folders, you can search for an app, settings, and then clean up. Another kind of cool thing on your home screen, besides the quick gesture, is if you go into floating mode, then everything just starts floating around on your home screen. So this is everything that's on your home screen just kind of floating around. And you're like, what in the world? And then when you actually want to launch something, you just press back and everything goes back to the way it's supposed to be. So that's kind of a cool effect. All of this is inside of the 2D version of Next Launcher. So now I'm going to switch to 3D mode. Actually, I can do that from here, I think. Where is it? I guess it's not on there. There we go. Preferences, and then switch to 3D scene mode. And this is like an entirely different launcher. So this is the 3D scene mode. I have this set up entirely differently. It always is based on a cylinder. Widgets display flat, but the apps and shortcuts, as you see, display as if they're on a cylinder. They can display on top of the widgets, as you see. You can even, if I long press that, you can actually move it on top of the widget. Still works. It'd be kind of dumb to have it completely covered, but you could have it like this. You can still see it. You can still access the widget. Your dock is down below on a cylinder. If you open something like your app drawer, it slides up and here's your app drawer. If you go to a folder on here looks like that. So it's just a different, it's like a completely different launcher, but built into Next Launcher. You do give up a few things. It doesn't have that the same gestures. As you see when I slide up in the middle, that brings up this option. It does not take me into my app drawer. Also, there's no gesture shortcuts from your dock drawer, so if I slide up on this, it doesn't do anything the way it does. And that's why I chose the 2D launcher. The 2D launcher, I think, looks cool enough. for me, and has a little bit more functionality than the 3D launcher does, but the 3D launcher is a great effect. So it just kind of depends on your taste and what you like. There are a lot of different options inside of this for customizing the transitions and stuff as well, just not quite as many different little gesture and things you can do, which is what I really like about the 2D version. So anyway, so let's switch back to classic mode, which is what I like. This is definitely, for me, my home launcher from now on. Is Next Launcher, and I'm sure you could see it's a pretty amazing launcher. From the look and the style and the design to the functionality, to the personalization options as far as all the different things you can do to it. It comes equipped with so many extras that it really does, to me, blow other launchers out of the water. That may be an exaggeration, because there are some other really great launchers out there. Go Launcher is a good launcher. Nova Launcher is a good launcher. I have just been really impressed with Next Launcher, just how well it has worked, as well as all the things you can do with it to really get the best out of your Android home screen. So anyway, I've got a link down there so you can check it out on Google Play. The version that I reviewed is the full paid version. I think it's well worth what it costs because of all the features it has. Anyway, that is it for this review. If you like this review, please click that like button. Head over to my channel. You can subscribe to my channel to keep up with all the videos I do. Not only Android app reviews, but also tasker tutorials, product reviews, electronics reviews, even dog product reviews, things like that. Or you can just favorite the playlist that you want to keep up with. If you want to share this video, please do so. I've got all those buttons are down there: Facebook, Twitter, Google+, email, so you can share it with everybody or just someone specific that you think might be interested in checking it out. Anyway, that is it. Until next time, this is Eric reminding you that your Android phone is only going to be as good as you make it.